right, I'd like to call this meeting to order. Would you please stand for the pledge?
Yes.
Stand for the pledge, please. Stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of your own intentions as well as peace in the world. Thank you. Okay, I got a couple announcements here. Not in any order of importance, but the first one was on top of my folder was the Norfolk Southern Railroad will be closing Duane Avenue between Nanticoke Avenue and Page Avenue to replace the ties and resurface the cross. This is a week-long closure starting on Monday, August 15th. Please contact if you have any questions, or if you live down in and around that area, you can let people know. That'll be August 15th,
Excuse me,
which
John,
is this.
can you speak louder? Some
Can
people
you
are
use your
hard,
microphone, please?
are hard of hearing. Thank you.
Maureen, do you want me to repeat that? Oh. Huh?
Oh, I heard it.
Everybody else hear that? It'll be starting Monday for week-long closure on Duane Avenue. Again, I was called, and somebody heard it was permanent, and it's not permanent, it's a week-long, okay? All right, I'll try to do better here with the mic. This is a announcement from the village water department to conserve water due to drought condition in the Endicott water system. Stage one is voluntary, limiting excess consumption to customers in the Endicott water system, such as no car washing, swimming pool filling, and lawn watering. And again, it's voluntary. Certainly, you can make some decisions to the contrary if you feel, that it violates any of your rights. But again, due to a lack of precipitation in Endicott and the town of Union, groundwater levels are low. Again, there's some suggestions here, like limit laundry washing. You have to make some good decisions if that's certainly necessary. And unnecessary water use. The grass is already burned, so.
Right.
Okay. Upcoming events, EPAC in the park, August 18th. Also, there is a concert this week. Remember what that was? No, okay. Gusto is August 25th through the 27th. Thursday, there's a concert, the Swing Street Station with Jan D'Angelo. Friday is the Gusto, the street festival. Actually, Gusto is a enhancing taste word. It's means food is going to be delicious. Taste of Little Italy from 5 to 9. Saturday, there's going to be a mass on the grass at the stage. If you want to attend that. Endicott Farmers Market, Thursday at 4:30. Endicott Park Carousel and Pool will be closing on Labor Day weekend. The Village of Endicott will be closed Monday, September 5th. Garbage will be one day behind, no yard waste on Friday, September 9th. Next board meeting is Tuesday, September 13th at 6:30. There are several, 2 or 3 players on the Endwell Little League team that's playing in Bristol, Connecticut tomorrow. And if they win tomorrow, they only have to win one more game to go to the Williamsport World Series. They almost went tomorrow, but I couldn't get somebody to take off work, so I am going Saturday. I'm pretty sure I'm going Saturday if they win tomorrow. There's a new business, the Bumblebee Baskets in Union. It's in the old Union Press building. If you gifts by way of baskets, if you're going to donate a basket in a fundraiser, they'll make one up for you. They've done a great job with the front, and again, like we hated to see Union Press leave, but you know, with today's technology, that's a tough business. Okay. That's it for that. All right. Approval of minutes, 5/24.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of 5/24.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Special meeting 6/7/16 regarding resolution 16-08 and 16-09.
Make a motion, pass resolution,
No, just
I mean, the
accept
meeting
them.
minutes. I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. 6/14.
Anybody? All right.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from 6/14/2016.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Again, our previous meeting scheduled on the 12th was canceled. I was out of town, and Dave was out of town, I believe, and Larry got sick. That happens. Public hearings, none? Right. Trustee comments, Trustee Baker?
Weeks. I've been involved in a series of meetings, a lot of them having to do with the ongoing work of the multiple UE back teams. As you guys know, I'm on the one that has to do with village code, security issues, and tactics. Matter of fact, Cindy just told us it. She'll be talking later tonight about something.
Can we turn on the PA? I can't hear.
You guys can't hear?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can't. Right up front. Can't you?
It needs to be stronger, it really
Sure.
needs to be stronger.
Please.
I've never had anybody complain about not being able to hear me. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Well, they're videoing it, so they want to be able to hear that.
Yeah.
I can't hear it with my
There's people in the
ears.
back of the room that can't hear you.
I don't hear it either.
How do you know? They're in front.
It needs to be stronger for videotaping.
It's not funny.
It's the truth.
Hello, hello, hello. Is that any better? Hello?
Speak right up, please.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Is it working?
Anyway.
Can I look?
There's a continuing set of meetings going on with the UE bat teams. The next full committee meeting, I believe, is next Monday. I believe, either next Monday or the Monday after, getting everybody back together. Proceeding with all kinds of work efforts to get things moving in various fronts of the village. There's also a new committee that's been put together. Brian Luby's involved with it, and several of the rest of us having to do with cleanup work in various areas in the village. In the Union District, Washington Avenue, and also possibly in the Little Italy section. But most of it's oriented around Washington Avenue and Union District. Things like weeding around the trees on Washington Avenue, cleaning up grass and weeds, and if there's any garbage or anything left on the ground in all the parking lots. So that is going to be an ongoing activity. We're looking for more volunteers, anybody who wants to do this. We've hooked up with United Way, and United Way is going to be advertising as a part of their Day of Caring, which is coming up in a few weeks. That's a Friday where they have 800 volunteers who can sign up for any one of a number of projects. We've defined 3 major projects for the village. So if we might have some people coming from BAE, from whatever, who are putting in community time as an alternative to a work day, and hopefully we'll be able to get some productive use out of that.
Is this in place of the traditional, what's it?
We usually have a cleanup day.
No, the certain companies come in. I know that the BU
Visitor
came
Center,
in,
right. they
came in and has
usually-
done extensive work at the
Yeah.
visitor centers. This is in place of that?
No, this, BU does that, the thing at the visitor center, that's all part of the Day of Care. So that's a United Way thing, hence why it's on a weekday. We're looking to do, besides taking advantage of that situation, also trying to schedule some weekend times that we, oh,
Oh, that was good.
hello? I could even I could hear that one. Yeah, is that better? Ah,
Yeah.
so we'll point at the guy in the white shirt.
Thank you, Sue.
No, even I could hear that one, okay. So there's some additional activities that we're trying to do, more time to do and get more people involved, especially if we can get some of the kids from the high school involved. But the Day of Caring is, if I remember correctly, is September the 9th, which is the first Friday in September. It's a school day. So it's, this thing is not going to affect school kids. It's going to be people who are working and they have the day off to go do community affairs related things. So we're going to be doing some other activities following on after September the 9th in terms of cleanup in the village. Okay. Things that we just can't get done. Other than that, Dick's Open consumed a lot of my time, and so did a couple of vacation trips. So,
Eileen?
Right on. Apple Festival, September 17th, making great progress on that. We have 2 bands. We've got the Broome County Stage coming down at the intersection of Monroe and Washington. We're working feverishly to get business owners on the avenue to contribute to our overhead expenses. We have, I think we have 90% sure we have Frostbit Blue and Colby Oakley playing at the stage. We got the big stage from Broome County, so we're really, really looking forward to that. I believe we're going to top our vendor list, which is over 80 from last year, so that's moving along quite nicely. We're working really hard on that. Farmers Market is still doing its thing on Thursdays. You have a nice crowd down there. The wine tasting is coming up on September 30th. It is working with breast cancer, and it's called 50 Shades of Pink with the Encore group. So we're really looking forward to that. That's going to be a nice event as well. Shelter Slam is at the downtown Quarterback on August 20th. That is for dogs that have been left behind. It's an animal-friendly event. That's going to be really nice.
What's the name of that?
Shelter Slam. It's at the Quarterback in your park on Washington Avenue. That's an all-day event. That's going to be a real nice event. Other than that, working feverishly on the Apple Festival right now.
Thank you.
I'd just like to take a moment to compliment the numerous citizens and committees that are working to overcome the perception of Endicott. And I feel it's very important that we continue to highlight the positive events. This has been quite a summer here at Endicott, and I think it's been quite successful. And I would just like to thank everybody that's here today. It's nice that we have everybody taking interest. Thank you.
Trustee Chapman?
Again, we've been having meetings. We've had several meetings for code. We're working on that. I'm going to meet with Charlie, and we'll get those put into what is it, resolution form, a local law form, so we can go ahead and get them posted. We'll call a public hearing next meeting and get those rolling through. I knew you wanted to be here, Joan, because you wanted to hear me tell you that you were right. When I asked you about the senior discount for the
What?
water.
What'd I say?
So you want me to tell you again that you were right? The senior discount for water and refuge?
Yeah.
And you said we couldn't do it, and I said, you told me to go find out for myself. Well, I did, and you were right, we cannot do it because of the way our fees
I
are.
was right once. Huh?
Yay! That's why you wanted to come today. Just so you can hear me say that.
Thank
We
you.
can admit it when we made a
Yes.
mistake. That's right.
So I did contact the state comptroller's office on that, and due to our low rates as they are, we could not afford to do that because it would put us all in a deficit, and it would need to be a significant increase in water and the sewage rates. So at this time, it's not recommended that we try to enforce a senior discount rate for water and refuge.
Okay, thank you. Just for everybody's sake, I want to introduce our new chief, Pat Gary, in the back, and his bodyguard, Chuck Hoffman.
I didn't know he was going to do that. It's very nice to see you all.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. At this time, we'll have the first hearing of visitors. If you wish to address the board, we ask you to do so now. If you wish to do so, we ask that you approach the mic, give your name, address, and speak to the chair.
gee, what a surprise, Jen.
Oh, no, thanks, she told me to
Yes, I
sign
did.
in, so I've already
First one.
done that, I did that part.
Oh, good for you, you did not really. All right.
Thanks, Cindy.
So you want me to use the microphone?
Yes.
Yes, so the people behind you can hear you.
I didn't think this is. Hello? Whoa. Hi, I'm Cynthia Titolis. And before I begin, I have good news. Back in December, 2 crucial events occurred. The first, I'm sure you're aware of, it is that Endicott was named one of the winners of a major revitalization initiative. The funds that come with this award can be used to revitalize our downtown, our neighborhoods, and our advanced manufacturing district. The second occurred at nearly the same time. It was the creation of a community-based committee called the Board Advisory Team. Now don't laugh, it's called BAT. B-A-T. Once aware of this award, the team shifted its original goals in order to assist Endicott. The entire team has been hard at work identifying ideas and projects that would qualify for these funds. In fact, many of you sitting here tonight attended the first presentation of the Board Advisory Team's findings. It was in early May at the UE boardroom across the street. Over 140 people attended, including many other government officials besides yourselves. However, it was BU's president, Harvey Stenger, who encouraged us to strive for the goals we presented that night. From that night on, several subcommittees have worked to this end. The subcommittee I am representing tonight has been working on several items. These include issues that concern code enforcement, zoning changes, and security problems. Our group is comprised of 4 community leaders, 2 police officers, 1 police chief, 2 trustees, and 1 code enforcement officer. We have met as a group 9 times since May 31st. One of our goals was to ensure that the climate of Endicott is conducive for development. We need to showcase our businesses, our streets, and our potential for growth. We need to keep and attract residents proud to live in our village. It is within this spirit that we have written 14 proposals. Our intention tonight is to submit them to the Village Board of Trustees and the Mayor for the next step. Although all 14 proposals are listed below, I have time for just a few highlights. And I thought this was kind of funny. We want you to know we tried very hard to include some proposals that were at no cost to the village.
Nice.
Number 1, there is a need for an updated security camera and software package. Currently, we have 1 old video camera that can only be monitored from a specific computer which is located inside the police station. The proposed system can be monitored from computers in the station, computers in squad cars, tablets, and from cell phones. This package would have 5 movable cameras that can be swiveled to include different angles. The software includes facial recognition, license plate recovery, and instant access to national databases. For this, there is a cost to the village. It is a one-time fee of $33,000. Number 2, there's a need for a lockdown law. A lockdown law enables our police to deal with landlords, buildings, and criminals where crimes reoccur at the very same address. The Village of Endicott started discussing various models that other cities have used 10 months ago in October. Assuming that the research is more than likely complete by now, the next step is to write and enact this law. Number 3, there is a need for better lighting on our streets. It is common knowledge that a well-lit street deters crime. In fact, the village must believe in this too, since it has already begun this switchover in 3 areas. These areas include the parking lot right outside these windows, the parking lot behind the library, and the street entrance to the police station. These 12 LED lamps have made an incredible difference in these otherwise dimly lit areas. Yes, there is a cost to this initiative, but these lamps last for several years and pay for themselves in savings on electricity and put us on track with eco initiatives. Number 4, there's a need for better lighting at our entrance ramp near the Thomas J. Watson Bridge. Although we discovered, thank you Larry, that these are not Village of Endicott lights, we still propose that this area needs to be lit up. The next step is to take this request to the proper owners of the lights. We propose that someone on the board expedite this and urge the appropriate parties to turn these lights back on. Number 5, There's a need for a panhandling law. Many shoppers are confronted with people asking for money as they exit our area banks and businesses. Number 6, there is a need for increase in fines and penalties of existing code items. It has been many years since these dollar amounts have been updated. Number 7, there is a need for vacant properties in our retail and commercial areas to properly treat their bare windows. Number 8, there is a need for less heavy truck traffic in residential neighborhoods. This initiative would keep 18-wheelers and other heavy trucks on main or commercial roads instead on village neighborhood streets unless it is for the purpose of delivery. Do I still have time, or you want me just to paraphrase? Am I in my 5 minutes?
Whatever you want to do, Cindy.
Okay, I'll finish. 9, 10, and 11. These 3 are zoning changes pertaining to neighborhood retention and development. Number 9, this one would aid in neighborhood development by rezoning areas to have a mix of properties. This would include structures that are all of the above: single family, 2-family, and multifamily. This encourages a more diverse neighborhood. Number 10, the second one would aid in neighborhood development by rezoning areas to have a limit set on how many boarding house properties would be allowed in any one neighborhood. A third one would aid in neighborhood development by limiting boarding house style properties to contain 10 units or less per structure. 12, 13, and 14 are all code changes. These pertain to security problems and public eyesore issues. Number 12 would add to current code on rental properties. All multi-unit structures must have front and back doors with self-closing hinges. These common entry doors must be self-locking. Number 13 would address eyesore type items left out in areas in view of the public. This would include indoor furniture such as desks, kitchen chairs, etc. It would also include items not in use any longer such as pools, grills, tools, garden equipment, garage sale tables, unsold garage sale items, tarps, signs, etc. There's no issue with these items in area out of the view of the public, example, in backyards and behind privacy fencing. And the last one, number 14, this would address oversized planting in gardens in view of the public. Currently, lawn areas must be kept below 10 inches. However, there seems to be a variance for corn stalks and tomato plants. Again, there is no issue with oversized planting in areas that are out of view of the public, example, in backyards and behind privacy fencing. Thank you. Our hope is from the group that worked so hard on this over the last 2 months is that you put them in, as Cheryl was talking, legal terms that can be written into proposals. Feel free to get in touch with me at any time for clarification and help with changes if you need to make any. We think all of them would be really helpful and in the spirit of everything that we're going to be so fortunate to hopefully get from the initiatives. Thank you.
Maybe everybody could, write a few things down that you have questions about, submit it to my office, then I'll get them to Cindy,
Okay.
and, rather than taking 5 different phone calls.
Right. Cindy, I would need to sit with you and discuss some of these because I know that I've talked to Linda regarding that. Some of these will be covered under 9, 10, and 11 is covered under the multiple dwelling law. This, just a few months ago, the State Assembly had revised that law, allowing now municipalities and villages under the cap to go ahead and adopt that law. That will cover those, but you also have to understand when you do any type of changes, anything that is there now is grandfathered in.
Yes, unless somebody moves out and it's been vacant for a year.
Or if they try to do any type of changes.
Yeah, we know that. We're reaching for the best possible case scenario, and I know there are changes. And it is something that is grandfathered in, we know that.
Okay.
But we're looking to make a difference for the developers that we have heard that have already come here to not turn around and leave again. We'll do whatever we can to help.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cindy, well done.
Thank you. All right, thank you. Anyone else?
Hi there, my name is William Houston.
Easton?
H-U-S-T-O-N.
Houston.
Sounds like the city, not spelled the same.
Okay.
So I see we have a couple of new trustees since last I was here, I think. Maybe not.
No.
Maybe I just never.
Different color hair.
Oh, maybe that's it. Okay, sorry about that.
Natural.
So, there's one issue that's really very concerning to me, and I've spoken about it here with you before. I've heard tonight all of these wonderful events that you've had and are planning in the village of Endicott, and I hear that you want to have a development-friendly atmosphere. That was said earlier tonight. I heard about eco initiatives. And then I also heard about this other set of issues. There's panhandling, lockdown laws. I see on the agenda a new police vehicle. I've been hearing on Bob Joseph and in the newspaper about heroin overdoses and heroin addiction. And I know there's a lot of street crime, gunfights happening right here in the village of Endicott. The village is changing. And I want to make a connection between the changes that we've seen in this village over the last, I haven't seen them because I've lived here for 6 years now, but you all have seen them over the last 10, 15 years. I want to make a connection between that and what's going on at what's now called I3 Electronics, previously EIT. Also Huron campus is involved in this. Both of those are the modern progeny of IBM. Also, let me make a quick comment here about whoever runs the village's website. This village was built on the foundation of technology, IBM. This was where the PC began, was in the village of Endicott. And your website, sucks. And so there's only meeting minutes from April. I looked for the meeting minutes for the last few months. They're not there. There's only meeting minutes there from April, and the last agenda is from June, and it's now August. So I would ask that you try to do a little bit better in keeping up to date in posting the meeting minutes and the current agenda for these meetings. I would appreciate that very much.
We try to do the best we can. I mean, I'm sorry you think it sucks, but it's something we try to offer. It's not number one on our priority list of running this village, just to let you know.
Just to let you know, it's not number one to let the public know what you're doing.
It is. We try to do as best we can. We have one of our employees who has other duties and responsibilities who does the website, and when he's available, he comes over and tries to update it.
I think you should make it a higher priority. I just want to register my complaint about that. Just try to keep it up. Keep up the meeting minutes because people really, they can't attend these meetings. That's a great way that they can find out what's going on here.
Well, I guess I just don't like the word sucks.
Okay. It was a bad choice of words.
Yeah.
It leaves a lot of room for improvement. Let's say that. That's a little bit more PC. So let's get back to my issue. Since 2011, I3 Electronics, it was EIT at the time, has been bringing in under a secret pilot program 80,000 gallons per day of highly toxic material in trucks. Somebody also mentioned 18-wheelers going through the village. Guess what some of them are? They're big tanker trucks, bringing in tankers, 8,000 gallons at a time of poison. What we've recently learned is, since the last time I spoke here, is that a large percentage of this is coming from Seneca Meadows. It's not ordinary leachate. And I had a chemist explain this to me. He looked at all the materials over and he said that stuff is 10 times more concentrated than ordinary leachate. It's called reverse osmosis concentrate. That's what's coming from Seneca Meadows. Only Endicott is privileged enough to receive reverse osmosis concentrate. Why are they bringing that over 2 hours away to a completely different watershed? Why don't they discharge that into the St. Lawrence River? Why do they bring it to the Susquehanna River, which is about 2 miles upstream of the Rainy Well Here's the other thing. I heard you speak earlier before about we have restricted water usage going on right now. So the fact that I3 Electronics is dumping, the volumes that they're dumping, it's only 80,000 gallons per day of leachate, but the total volumes of other material that they're dumping, like from their own internal processes, it comes out to be 400,000 gallons every day. 400,000 gallons every day is going into the Susquehanna River. Right upstream from our drinking well. And the last time we spoke, Mayor, you told me that the material that they're discharging meets clean drinking water standards. And what I've recently found out is that's not exactly true. Based on materials that I've just received from the DEC, and they've given me a ton, and I really need help going through it. So if there's any citizens here that can help me examine this material, I would really appreciate some volunteers. But one of the documents that I looked at showed me that they modeled this, EIT at the time, they modeled this using buckets. They did a science project, and they modeled it in buckets. And what they said was that the Susquehanna River, the average flow is 700 million gallons per day. And what they're dumping heavy metals, oils and greases, volatile organic compounds, every kind of pollutant you can imagine is getting dumped into the Susquehanna by I3. And what they did was they said, well, once it mixes with the river water, it'll meet clean drinking water standards. That's what their papers have. I can show you this material. They're dumping poisons into the river 2 miles upstream from the Rainy Well, which is right now can't pump. I don't have it right in front of me, but I actually spoke with one of the village who works for the water plant, and he said the Rainy Well is 1/10 capacity right now from what it normally can pump. We could seriously run out of water very soon.
And we're taking steps to deal with that.
Okay, well, I'm curious into what I'm going to listen to. I saw in the agenda there's something about that. So my question to you is, number one, I understand this is not in your purview. This is DEC. I get that. But, and I would just want to say God bless Dave Baker, because we've had several meetings with the DEC right now over the past couple of years, and Dave Baker is the only trustee I've ever seen that come to any of these meetings. I haven't seen you, Mayor. I haven't seen any other trustee. Did you come to one?
Well,
okay.
We made sure at the meeting that Dave is our representative.
Okay, but
We're all on other committees. We're all on other committees.
You're on committees, but do you have any interest about the poisons being dumped into the river 2 miles upstream from our drinking water well?
I don't know what the
How do you think
poisons are.
How do you think that's going to affect the development-friendly environment atmosphere, and how do you think it's going to affect the eco initiatives?
I don't see dead fish floating down the river from poisons.
Well, as a matter of fact, downstream in the Susquehanna River, there are bass with tumors.
Tell you
this is well documented, Mayor. Bass with tumors.
Listen, I'm running the meeting, okay?
Since 2014.
I want to address your question. I talked with somebody from Huron. Who also addressed the I3 situation prior to this meeting. And I know you have concerns about Seneca bringing stuff. I happen to drive by Seneca, and there's right next door is a children's home, but that's neither here nor there. But he said that the DEC recognizes the plant on Clark Street as one of the best extracting plants in New York State. Okay? Now, if you as an environmentalist, maybe we should dump it somewhere else and pollute somewhere else. And that's not the condition that the DEC recognizes. That plant extracts more metals and impurities than any plant that was told to me in New York State. So I can understand why the DEC would recognize that plant and allow it to come down to here, because that's the best extraction, to overuse the word, that they could find. So just to reiterate what was told to me, and again, you're right that it is a DEC thing, and if you're thinking that anybody here isn't concerned about the environment, I think you're wrong, but that's an opinion, just like you have opinions.
Okay, here's a question for you. What about, I'm going to propose a resolution from the village trustees, maybe one of you can sponsor this. I would be very happy if you did. A resolution, can I just state this? A resolution opposing i3 Electronics from turning the downtown village of Endicott into a commercial waste treatment operation. That's what they're doing. That plant was built to deal with their own internal wastes from their processes. That's not what's going on here. They are trucking in tens of thousands of gallons every day of highly toxic material. Would you pass a resolution opposing turning the village of Endicott into a commercial waste treatment operation?
You're saying the opposite of what you really want, correct? Is that what
I'm sorry? I'm sorry?
You're saying you want us to pass a resolution. Why don't you write the resolution, submit it, and then we'll look it over?
Okay.
Okay? I appreciate that.
Okay. I guess so I just want to say for the public to hear that we do have, DEC has been promising us for 2 years. This pilot program is supposed to last 2 years. It began in 2011. It's now 2016. It's been going on for 5 years. In 2013, the DEC promised us a public hearing. We finally have a public hearing. So I want to tell you what the date is. It's Wednesday, September 14th. The DEC is going to be available. It's going to be at the UE High School. The DEC will be available at 5 p.m. to answer questions, and then the public hearing will begin at 6 p.m. So I would very much like to see more than just Dave Baker. I would like to see other village trustees, no matter what committees you happen to be on, come out to this and listen to what the concerns the public has, and to maybe even tell the DEC that you don't think that i3 Electronics should be bringing in 80,000 gallons of toxic material to dump into the river every day. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate your statistical information.
Good evening. My name is Maureen Montero. I've been a long-time resident of the village. I have a couple of things to bring up. First of all, with the new police chief, I thought things were going to be different. The patrols on the weekend from Friday through Sunday, when all the crime rate, sky highs, drugs, and assaults.
Where do you live, Maureen, just for the chief's information? Where do you live? Did you get that?
I would like to have more patrolmen.
No, I know. What's the address of your house?
That's when the crime goes up.
Maureen, we need your address.
What's your address, Maureen? Where do you live?
What street? Broad Street?
Monroe Street.
Monroe Street.
Okay.
Downtown near Lincoln Avenue. And it's 3 weeks ago, I have 4 Chihuahuas. They're all licensed. I have a 6-foot fence, chain link fence. I take them out quite a few times a day. We were in the corner at 10:15 at night on our property when I saw 4 men at the Dr. Holly's, which is on the corner of Lincoln. It's a medical building, Lincoln and Monroe. One of them left the group, approached up because the dogs were barking, protecting my property. The guy was on the sidewalk. He asked me what kind of dogs they were. I told him they were Chihuahuas. Then he proceeded to walk up my driveway, which is private property. I didn't say anything. He kicked the fence. So then I said, sir, you're going to have to get out of here because I'm calling the police. I always have my phone with me. Because you're on private property, please leave. Well, he went next door, said something to the other guys. They took Dr. Holly's brick chips, came closer, and started throwing them through the fence at me and the dogs. I called 911. They're not concerned. I'm a senior. I'm a white person. Priorities down the tubes. I called the police station. We already know we don't have a patrol car. When there's one available, we'll send somebody there. 11 minutes later they did. By that time, these guys were long gone. And the perpetrator is a Hispanic fellow that moved in down around the corner on Lincoln Avenue. And he's a drug dealer. And I'm getting sick and tired of it. My taxes go up. I've been retired 3 years. I don't make that much money. Now I can see how retired people feel. My taxes go up. I don't get any protection. Secondly, I'd like to say that I got locked out of my car today, my own fault, up at Price Chopper. Call the police. We don't do that service anymore. I have friends that have left this area. One in particular went down 2 years ago to Wake Forest, North Carolina. She got locked out. She called the police department there. They came within a matter of 10 minutes, unlocked the door with a jimmy. More than happy to help her out. Why can't the police do that as a service to taxpayers, property taxpayers in the village? That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Maureen.
Thanks, Maureen.
Anyone else?
Ted Warner, 18 Nanticoke Avenue. Yeah. I'd like to start by saying to Chief Gary that a big thank you that he's been on the job 2 weeks, and I've seen 2 bike patrols on the avenue, and 2 days ago I saw 2 officers walking the avenue. So thank you very much. And the other thing, I had 2 other items to bring up. I got a copy of the tax rolls from Joyce in the computer department, and I put it into Excel and sorted it in a lot of different ways. And I'm going to give you a copy of this, what I found as far as property owners in the village. We have, I'll just give you a quick summary, but this spells it all out. In there's 4,545 properties total. 45, it's easy to remember. 4,300 are taxable. Non-taxable is only 215. So a lot of these committees I've been going to with the UE committee is, some of the information is, maybe everybody doesn't know it. But what I did, I sorted it, and so I've got a list here of where all the people who own properties in Endicott live. All the way down to, there's 32 different states, and 76% of them live in Endicott. So that means 25% don't live in Endicott, which could be some of the properties we're having trouble with. When it comes to the assessed value of the property, the tax exempt properties are $9 million. The taxable properties are $21 million. So it's a 2/3, 1/3. So even though there's 200 properties, nonprofit, they make up 1/3 of the assessed value. So there's been some comments that some of these committees of why don't we charge them a fee for the fire and police service, and you know, even if you charge them $1,000, then you end up with $200,000. What's that going to do? It's $200,000, but out of a $22 million budget, that's so and it's irrelevant because we can't charge them taxes anyway. We could charge them a fee, but there'd be a total uproar about that. So the big summary is that 4,330 are taxable properties, 3,300 live in Endicott, 400 live somewhere else in Broome County, 350 live somewhere else in the state, and 208 live outside of New York State. So this is good information. I don't think anybody's ever had this information before to work
Let's
with.
drop it off, we'll run it off, that'd be interesting.
Pardon me?
Drop it off to Barb and we'll make some.
Yeah, and if anybody in the audience wants a copy, they can give me their email address on a piece of paper and I'll email it to them.
Thanks, Ted.
Oh, you did it already.
Thanks, Ted. Look at you.
The third thing I wanted to bring up was, I've talked to Dave and Eileen and the mayor and Larry and Anthony about it. The property down on the corner of Vestal and Vestal Avenue and Main Street. The empty lot across from old Pat Mitchell's. The weeds are always 2 feet tall, sometimes they're 3 and sometimes 4. The village went and bid on that property 3 or 4 years ago.
We lost the bid.
And we lost the bid, we only bid $8,000. It was bought, I believe, for, pardon me?
It was the auction, Broome County auction.
Tax auction, yeah. I think it was bought for $11,000, but there is a way, which I've mentioned to some board members, sure you're the only one that doesn't know yet, of how to buy that property if you were interested in still buying it. The idea, I think, was before to make it into a park. However, it'll never be used as a park. It's really a beautification project. 20,000 cars go by there every day, including all of us about 3 or 4 times probably. So that would be a really good place to just put grass there and a bench. I could round up a flagpole if we wanted that, maybe, and it could be designed with a walkway going diagonal, because they're gonna walk there anyway. And it could be designed so that our public works could mow that probably in 15 minutes if they want it, if it was designed properly. And like the little park down on Badger Avenue, it's tiny, nobody notices, but it's kept nice, it looks nice. It's presentable. And what you did, John, on the avenue, around that parking lot, it's just a little thing there, but it's nice. When you walk by, it looks nice, there's a bench there and people sit on it.
I had nothing to do with the flowers, so.
Well, if you have anybody interested, the other corner, Ted, the other corner of Vestal Ave and Main Street there, the school used to take care of that property. Well, they no longer take care of that property, and that's getting to look pretty
The
bad.
tile company does it though.
I asked them.
Sometimes they need a little gentle push on it.
I know,
What I had heard,
I gave them a little suggestion, it still hasn't been done
Oh,
yet.
okay.
the teachers took care of it for a long time. I think
Yeah,
they
they
built it.
Yes, they did.
Then they stopped doing that. Then I heard the guy who owns the countertop place there.
Yes, they said that they would take care of it.
Did
We've
you
talked
see-
to them, and I left a message to give them a little prod to see if they can just clean it up a little
Yeah,
bit.
it could use some work.
Yeah.
But like I told the mayor, that corner is really just a great big oversized bouquet of flowers.
And you're right, I mean, the volume of traffic that goes by there, certainly, I'm sure we've all heard that, the old Gray Mary, what she used to be, but that would certainly be an improved eyesore.
It would be a very visible thing that residents and non-residents could see that the village likes their own village. If it was fixed up and
Who presently holds the property?
Pardon me?
Who presently holds the property?
I have the name of them. I didn't call them until,
Okay.
I would like to propose that you talk about this and bring up the other suggestion, maybe not in a public meeting, of how to do it, and offer him more money.
All right,
Thank
thanks,
you.
Ted. Thanks for the ideas. Anyone else right now?
Yes.
My name is Judith Ann Nalepa. I live at 8 Fillmore Avenue in Endicott, and I've lived here my whole life for 67 years. And I just want to let everybody know there's a big gang problem in the village of Endicott. And these people are not afraid of the Endicott police. I've heard them say so. They laugh when the police leave the area. And they are building up with their arsenal of guns and ammo. And there's going to be a big drug war. So look out, people, because it's coming. And I have another thing to say. In 2011, I, with my former neighbor, went around, collected over 300 signatures for a lockdown law, presented it to the board, and I don't know what you people did with it, but I think you must have trashed it or whatever else. But that was in 2011. And maybe if there had been a lockdown law then, maybe we wouldn't have the problems we have today with heroin and everything else. On my street, 103 Fillmore, 4 Fillmore, 700 Monroe Street, 903 Monroe Street, 905 Monroe Street, 106 Fillmore, 108 Fillmore. It's ridiculous. And I'm just waiting for some innocent people and kids to start getting shot like they do in Chicago. And it's not a laughing matter either. Good day.
Thank you.
It's true.
Okay, anyone else right now? Now we'll close first area visitors.
Got one more.
No, this
Oh,
gentleman-
sorry. I didn't see it
Very
coming from the
patiently
back.
waiting. Thank you.
I'm Mark Rast. I live at 112 North Roosevelt Avenue. I've been coming here since Mayor Carino was mayor over the property next door. The landowner lives in Texas, rents it out, don't give it.
Darn.
Thank you. What the people do, the bodyguard's been there before. I've had cops at my house probably 10, 15 times over dealing with the problem next door. Last time he was there with his buddy, they thought I caused the problem. I pay the taxes. It's my property. When we had the flood, the guy had somebody come dig out all his dirt, threw it against my fence. Well, over the winters now it's caving my fence in 2 feet. My fence stands like an angle like this. I called code enforcement and the police department, and they say, so what? They don't get involved in that. I'd like to know why.
Well, I'm sure the new chief will provide you with that answer. And code, I don't know, again, I don't know the answer, maybe somebody else, but, you know, I mean, obviously, it's a concern. We appreciate you coming and telling us. I mean, it's the first time I've heard of it, or probably anybody else heard of it.
You have a shared driveway too, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And last time I was here, they were plowing snow from their driveway into my driveway.
I remember that.
And Chief Joe, I don't remember his last name, came, and he helped me out. And with this, I had neck surgery, I have to have another surgery. I can't, it's a pile of rocks this big, I gotta get out of there. If I have to hire somebody to do it, I'm throwing it right back where it came from, and I don't care. And I'm putting up a fence, and...
Did you say Joe Griswold helped you?
Yes.
Okay.
On his day off, he was at a funeral, a family funeral, and came and helped
What's
me.
the address again, Mark?
112 North Roosevelt.
112.
That's where, that's his address, or?
We'll let Joe know tomorrow.
No, that's when he comes.
He'll come back up there.
Which address is the property that's next to you, 114?
114.
Okay.
Thank you.
And another thing I'd like,
Hearing on that.
I don't know if this is possible, but the sidewalks around my area are beat, triple. I've seen people trip many times.
I thought we repaired that last year.
What?
I thought we had it repaired
Oh,
last year.
no. Take a walk down there. People from old IBM walk there at lunch. I see them trip when I'm home. But I was wondering if there's any way you could have a program where the homeowners pay half and the village pay half. And
That's the process with new sidewalks, and after that, the village replaces them at their cost.
Well, I mean, I know the village is strapped for cash, and I don't see why a homeowner couldn't pay half and the village pay half and get it fixed. I mean, it's benefit both people.
Well, is anything marked up there? Any of the sidewalks
No.
marked?
It
No.
doesn't matter, ours has been marked for 3 years and still hasn't been replaced.
Well, it's process number
And
one.
there's one more thing.
Yeah, there's a
Every
list.
morning I take my dog
Told
for a
them there's a
walk,
list.
I have to go out in the street because cars are parked on the sidewalks. And I don't get it. Back years ago at Dunkin' Donuts, I had my kickstand and my motorcycle, and only a kickstand on a sidewalk, and I got a ticket. I had to come down here when, Judge Bellini maybe, that's how long ago it was. And if it was a law back then, it's gotta be a law now. And McKinley Avenue, all the way around that block, and every place has apartments. They have parking, single garage, driveways, I mean, and nobody parks them. They park, one pulls in, don't pull up all the way, next one parks on the sidewalk. And I don't think that's right, but that's just me.
And we'll try to direct some people in your
Gotta be a law
in
on
your
that.
area. What's that?
There's gotta be a law on that one, parking on sidewalks.
In the summertime, it's way worse, but right now, it's still, they're still parking on sidewalk, and you can park in the road. I just don't get it. The people moving into my neighborhood are just rude and don't care about nobody else. And
It's a
like,
code.
every time, like the neighbor there, they think it's me because I have a guardrail. Well, I had a lady hit my boat, hit my chimney, and almost ran my motorcycle over. If I wasn't out there working on it, she'd ran my bike over because they're afraid to hit the house and they come in my driveway.
Yeah.
And with a landlord that don't care, I'm telling you, if I gotta move that dirt myself, they're gonna get a guardrail like they never seen before.
I'll find out who the landlord is, and they will be notified.
I'm serious. It's my property.
Mark.
I called code enforcement. As long as it doesn't have barbed wire, I can do it. So I'm gonna do it.
I'll find out who
Thank
the
you.
landlord is, and I'll notify him
He
also.
lives in Texas.
I don't care where he lives.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
Excuse me, did he just say that you have to pay to have your sidewalks replaced?
No.
No, he didn't. No, I said when
Mine is,
When they're initially put in, I think there's a payment.
there's a half
okay,
payment.
because I have like four, I've been with it 3 years, I've got, it's overgrown and some people have tripped over it. and now it's marked, it's supposed to be done this year, but do I have to pay for that, or I have to pay half of it?
No, that was just a suggestion.
When it's first put in, day one,
Oh, okay.
you split half.
Okay.
And then after that, the village is responsible. What we do is we do have a contractor, they bid it, they go out to bid to replace sidewalks, curbs, whatever. Now, certainly, as they get the bid because they're the lowest bidder, we're at their mercy a little bit in terms of how much they do and when they can do it and, on their timetable, not ours.
No.
They're given a list, and that's it.
When is Madison Avenue gonna be fixed from Monroe up to North? It's terrible. Anybody driven that way?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Potholes, they patch them, but can't they be put on the list for at least next year?
There is a list, Marty. Anyone else? No? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is James Bentley. I live down at 5 Lincoln Avenue. Hi, guys. I've been here about 6 years. I was attacked by 2 pit bulls in my driveway on the evening of the 4th.
August?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
I've reported the incident. I've gone through treatment. My neighbors have since tried to charge me with reckless endangerment of their children. Monday's come and gone. Animal control has not. I look out my window, I see an 8-year-old boy holding a 90-pound dog that's already bit my groin and calf. My question is, A, these people, they're just gonna get another dog. Without end, I'm certain I'm not the first to address 7 Lincoln Avenue to this board. But my bigger question is, how long do I have to carry mace between my door and my car without worrying? Because I've lived next to them for 5 years. And I've seen them open the door and let the dog out. I've seen them let the dog chase. I've seen the dog override small children. We're talking like 8, 10-year-old boys holding, 90-pound lockjaw dogs. And I got bit on Thursday. I talked to these people on Friday. I made my report at the police department on Friday. Saturday, I went to Lourdes, did my walk-in. Sunday, they said I endangered the welfare of their children and tried to have me in jail. Obviously, I left. I went to dinner at the Silo. Came home, went to work my double Monday. The dogs are running up and down the damn street at night. I gotta hear, "Oh, Bear, oh, Peso, come in." I don't know if it's an intimidation approach or not. My bigger question is, how long does it take animal control? I was told the animal that bit me had been just released from animal control, having bitten someone the day before. So there should be a bite on the 2nd somewhere, or in that neighborhood. But anyway, so I got home Monday. I thought I had reported it, I'd gotten treatment. This should be resolved. It wasn't resolved. Now it's Tuesday. Dogs are running up and down my street still. I don't even.
Unleashed?
They just jump out of the house. I have a chicken wire fence with a tree stump between my residence and their residence.
You know that the dog control is under the town union, and I'm not trying to pawn this.
I have no idea.
Yeah, the town union, we do not have dog control, okay? And really, I'd love to help you right now, but I'm just saying that I can write you a letter, but I would just assume you go to the town union. We've had several complaints about lack of response, and we're at their their mercy because they are the controlling entity. It was many years ago. It was a combined effort to say let's combine dog control or certain issues with the town at a larger scale, rather than and the court. Obviously there could be some court action. I think, Charlie, wouldn't you think?
I haven't found
The Town of Union Board meeting is tomorrow night at 7:30. The Town of Union.
Tomorrow night at 7:30 at Town of
I
Union?
suggest you go there, since they have the dog control, and voice your complaint. Even though you're in the village of Endicott, they're responsible for the animal ordinance. You should go and talk to their
I reported it here.
But you have documentation from Endicott.
Yes, I reported it here Friday.
But you know where the Town of Union building is, correct?
I have a map.
Across the street from the closed Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh, yeah.
So 7:30 you're
Red
going
brick building,
to the
second
board.
floor.
Where the crowbar was.
Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah, just across the street from there.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time. I know you got a busy schedule.
Good luck to you.
Well, thank you, good luck.
Good
They
luck.
don't even have leashes, and people don't even have leashes when they have the dogs around the places.
Well, that's a violation.
That's not even a point.
Yeah, that's a
I live
violation.
right
Code
next to
against
the town.
this. There is a village code
It's
against
bad.
dogs that are.
Yeah, I know.
Please
I know that.
do something about it.
I just wanted to say that.
Okay.
I almost live near you.
You know, the hardest thing is to even check to see if they're registered or, you know, licensed, and, you know, I myself have had an apartment house where my insurance agent said if you have a German Shepherd, Pit Bull, Doberman, we're not gonna insure you. And I don't understand how these places have them, whether they have insurance, but I was specifically told we will not, or no X company will insure anyone with those type of animals. So, and especially with apartments, and maybe that's something that, you know, even as an apartment dweller, I know that some people say, I'm scared, so I have a dog. Okay. We've had situations where the police, you know, go to a door and there's some dog barking, and, you know, there's reservations there as to how dangerous that is. So, I mean, we run into problems also with dogs, and, you know, you know, I don't know the process, but I'm sure at some point in time the dog warden would be called and dealt with before we enter a building. And, you know, it's unfortunate because sometimes it gives, if there's something going wrong in there, it gives them time to, you know, take care of some business if they so are doing it. But it does delay our process. So, I mean, we have concerns also, you know, and we recognize, you know, the problem you're going through. I myself had a little problem with somebody on Lincoln Avenue. I hope it wasn't your house, but it was some 12, maybe some 12-year-old kids, on bikes. Is that your neighbor?
That's 7.
Yeah. Believe me when I tell you, I had the same problem with them, and you know, they paid me a compliment. And they said, go do something, old man. I didn't think I was that old, but but that's what they told me. Gave me one of their fingers, and you know, I sent somebody down there, and they did address it, and you know, and I can see where there's some ill feelings, or they could easily be created because I had problems there too.
Thanks so much for your time, sir.
Okay. Well, like I say, as our attorney said, go to that meeting tomorrow and express your desire that you're concerned about the time it takes to get there, and I'm sure they'll pass that on. Okay. And say you came to the meeting, and we were very receptive to you forwarding you to the town meeting. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Good. I hope it works out. Okay. I guess that's it on the first. Okay. We have a request from Phil Grayson, wastewater treatment plant superintendent, award the bid to sole bidder on the replacement mechanical screen of the grinder to the JWC Environmental in the amount of $56,132.
Which one are you doing first? Oh, you're doing A first?
Oh, did I miss something here?
Well, there's 4 of them on
Oh,
here.
yeah. Sorry, yeah.
There's 4.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was on the second page. My page was so full that
I know. Okay.
I'm sorry. Low bid of Endicott Vestal emergency water supply interconnection project to the lowest bidder factory.
I move we accept Phil Grayson's recommendation and award the bid.
Second.
Motion, John? Motion, second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
I'm sorry, how can the public find out more details about what this is about?
This is we've been dealing with it over the last
year
in terms of getting an engineer, going through the contractual process of establishing a water line going
from Vestal
under the
to
Susquehanna from Vestal to here. And you know, that it's a continuous thing that we've been dealing with, and this happens to be the process, the step we're on right now.
Thank you.
Okay. So
Vacri, so Vacri is a
Low bid.
low bidder for $814,000. And our wastewater treatment plant supervisor, Phil Grayson, has been very aggressive in terms of grants, in terms of, you know, getting the wastewater treatment plant up to the condition where it is now and continuously improving. Okay, so now we're in C, yeah. Okay, on the second page.
So A and B are the same things, right?
Yeah, they are. They are.
According to this old man, it is.
Phil's just seeing if we're on our toes and paying attention.
So now we get to the 56K.
Now we get to the 132.
There we go.
With a grinder, JWC Environmental. Okay? Accept
Make
the
a motion to pass the request from Phil Grayson for the bid.
You need a motion first to accept the sole bid.
Okay, make a motion to accept the
I move we accept the sole bid
I'll second that.
for the project outlined by Phil Grayson for the
All right, motion second.
mechanical screen
I'll
box.
second.
All's in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Cheryl, it's yours.
Now, Cheryl.
Okay, make a motion to accept the request from Phil Grayson for the bid replacement of the mechanical screening grinder to JWC Environmental for $56,132.
Second.
Motion second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Communications for filing, we have A through
You,
U.
I move we accept for filing all documents listed under 1A through 1U as in uncle.
We
second.
almost run out of alphabet.
Almost.
I know. I've never seen that much. That's cool.
Well,
You go
Cheryl,
A.
second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Action.
Thought we approved the Gusto.
Yeah, we probably, this is just the insurance certificate, I think.
Right.
You know, that
We
was.
did it for the, we already approved it pending the insurance certificate.
Right, so
Right.
we're gonna accept the insurance certificate
Okay, accept the insurance certificate for Gusto.
and
I'll second
Endicott
that.
Police Department evaluation. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. George F. Johnson Library Grant. They're applying for library, New York State Public Construction Grant for the door, exit door.
Make a
So-
motion to approve the CFJ library grant.
I'll second that, Cheryl.
The application.
The application.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Yeah.
82B is misnumbered. Special Activities Festival Permit recording. It has the handwritten thing at the top in the upper right-hand corner. It's for the 2016 Broome County Family Fun Night in the Park. And on our agenda, it says George F. Johnson Library Grant. So I just wondered where this one was on the,
Oh, because we're going by the new sheet that was put on our tables today, Dave.
well, yeah, I'm looking at the new sheet.
Oh,
It says 82B is George F. Johnson Library Grant, which we just okayed. But on this piece of paper that was in our folder.
Yeah,
which is
Jan-
all of that agenda
Janice
item,
said-
it
Janice
says
said to-
82B is different thing.
Janice said to please just disregard if we're,
Invictus 5K
Just put in a
run,
different
Method,
order.
Family
Right.
Energy Canvassing, Sewer Service, BC Health Department, Historic Preservation Request, NICEAG Agreement. So where's this one for?
some of them are in our old folder. That's why I brought
Well,
both.
yeah, but this one was in the new folder. That's why I'm
Is
asking.
that
where
family
did it come
fun
from?
night in the park?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is, that's what it is. I mean, it's
Received
in-
June 20th.
It's okay, so we just need to work with it. She has a lot
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out
work
where it was, I
with.
couldn't find it.
It's not a big
Right here, you
deal.
want mine?
No, I got it,
here's
I got
mine.
it, we all got it, but it's not on the agenda.
It is, it's
It is.
2D.
D.
D.
D, as in
There it
Dave.
is, okay. So she wrote B, and it should be D as in David.
She was
Got it, okay.
dyslexic and
Thank you very
got
much.
the G in
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
It is
New
on the
glasses,
agenda.
new
That's what I'm
glasses.
asking.
Okay,
Okay,
now I'm no longer
2C.
confused.
All right, where are we? Asbestos project.
So do we go back to-
notification Fee waiver.
So we just did B, correct? We approved.
We did B, yes.
Yes, we did B. So now it's asbestos project notification fee waiver. Item C. Or am I in the wrong place again?
Vermont Ave, demolition, 215, the house demolition.
Yeah,
They
it's
signed
done.
off on it, and then we have
Yeah.
to sign off on it.
This is a continuing project on 215 Vermont, which I have several people who are interested in buying it. I'm waiting for word from the county to waive not only the asbestos fee, but the taxes. So that one of them will buy it and put it back on the tax rolls, and I can't.
Right,
and
right.
I haven't
We talked
gotten
about that, yep.
And the money that they pay will go back into our CDBG funding, because that's what we use to pay for it.
Okay, so
Okay.
what's the action we need to take?
The fee waiver request for Gorick, who has done that project. It's done. So I guess there's a fee if you deal with asbestos that the state requires you to pay.
Okay, so they're gonna waiver that you want
They
us to
want
waiver
us
the
to
fee?
waive, yeah.
Okay. Okay, make a motion for the asbestos project notification fee waiver.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay.
So moved. Now fun night.
Now get back to it.
Now,
Fun night in the park.
BC Family Fun Night in the Park.
So we got,
I'll make a motion
we got a
to accept
insurance
2D, BC
Second.
Family Fun Night in the Park.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Round top block party.
Is that you?
That's the, yeah, item E is me, that's from July.
Oh,
Okey-dokey.
ex post, after the fact, we're gonna,
No, I mean, the party's not until the end of this month, but it was in the July meeting agenda, and it
Yeah.
never got acted on because we weren't here.
I'll make a motion to accept the Round Top Community Block
Excellent,
Party.
excellent motion.
Thank you.
all in
Second.
favor?
Thank you.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Invictus 5K run and walk. This is part of the Boys Club, I believe.
Yep.
This is in memory of a former math teacher, Larry Hines. Larry Hines. It's in his memory. Larry Hines, his famous quote to all his runners and athletes was Invictus. And I guess there's a phrase in there that, I don't know, all for one and one for all or something like that. Charlie? You're a reader.
That was so many years ago, I can't remember.
Anyway, it's a wonderful tribute to Larry, and ask for permission to have
I
that.
make a motion for the Invictus 5K run walk for the Boys and Girls Club.
And I second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Night canvassing.
That one, I don't even think it was in our old folder.
Yeah, no, I didn't see that.
I haven't seen it.
I didn't see it even in my old folder from July. And I
When are
don't
they
see it
going
now.
out though? Or are they out now? When we're-
Nyberg. Boy, I could have sworn I talked to somebody at my
Yeah,
door from
me too.
Nyberg.
Me too.
Can we put a question mark on that one? I don't know where that one is. I think
Yeah, I
it's
didn't see it
already
in the old
happened.
folder, and I didn't see it in this new one when I was looking.
NIPERG is New York Public Interest Research Group.
Right. I think somebody from Nyberg has already been at my house in the month of
College
July.
kids, they do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've been around already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
That's mute.
so
okay.
they've done it already, right? Family Energy Canvassing. I don't know what that one is either. I gotta sign something here? Debbie Preston, Health Department led for you. Oh, yeah, that's here.
Anybody have anything on that? I don't.
I don't.
Nope, that's my note. I didn't have it either.
Okay, we gotta hold that then.
No.
JC Sewer Vacuum Service Intermunicipal Agreement. I didn't see that either.
Where is,
That was,
2I. Or 8I.
Oh, this is don't know if we explained it, but this is for the use, they have a Vector truck.
That we use.
We have a Vector
We
truck.
borrow.
Ours has had some issues the last few months, where we've had to send it in for repairs.
Nice.
We usually call Drain Brain, they have their own Vector truck.
The little play on words, Drain Brain,
Yeah, oh, that's a.
vacuum service.
Mm-hmm.
But, so but we've also used Johnson City, so we wanted to have
Nice.
an agreement with them that we could use either one, or if one's down, we could use, we have two backups now when ours is down.
Is there a cost on this?
Ours is working.
Yeah, it's working now, but
I'm all for cooperation between
it's
municipalities.
under, D.
That's been a cause of, like some of the catch basins are collapsing, but since our vac truck wasn't working, we couldn't
The costs are all.
clean them out.
Clean them out. Right.
And so we had to wait until that truck came, so that should move along a little quicker, obviously.
Okay. I'll make a motion to accept the J.C. Sewer Vacuum Service intermunicipal agreement.
Second.
Gladly.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Right.
That's only if we need it. If we don't use it, we don't.
Right.
pay into it.
Well, that was the same thing when Town Union borrowed ours.
Yeah.
Sometimes they forget.
Oh, they forget to pay.
Okay. Strategic plan. for-
8J, I'll make a motion to approve $10,000 for the development of the strategic plan for the URI.
Second.
That's upstate
Revitalization.
Revitalization
Initiative.
initiative.
Mhm. Yep.
All right, well, roll call vote on this. Dave?
Aye.
Eileen?
Aye.
Larry?
Aye.
Okay. Okay. Lead program vacant property info share.
I like that, I read that. I'll make a motion for the BC Health Department lead program vacant property information sharing.
I think I have to sign this, right?
Yes.
Good
So you have
idea.
to authorize me to sign this.
Yep,
Authorize you to sign that. Second.
yep.
All those in
That's-
favor?
I'm surprised we
Did
don't even have that
did you
in
second
place.
it,
It's-
Cheryl?
Yes.
Is this one then?
I always thought that was already in place. I didn't realize it
I
wasn't.
didn't realize it was either. Okay, 8I, the historic preservation requests for the municipal center being newly called the, what is it called?
The
Heritage Square of
Heritage
Endicott.
Square.
I like that.
Now it's got the little sign put on the
Yeah,
corner.
yeah. I'll make a
Did you
motion
notice-
to
did you notice
approve the
the,
request for her to start that.
LED sign that they're putting up out on Main Street there? The UE school
Yes.
district?
Yeah, they moved the,
Yeah.
their information.
The
board from
calendar
front
is
of the
gonna be
school
moved down,
to
yeah.
The parking lot, and it's been a full LED screen.
Saw Mason was working on it.
Testa said they felt bad because even Candor had one and we didn't have one.
Even Charlotte Valley
Okay,
Little School.
so the
they
historic
have
preservation
one.
request, does anybody want to second that?
I'll second it.
Thank you.
Okay. All those in favor?
Heritage Square, I like that.
So moved.
Mhm.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, all right.
It's quite the application.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice
as long as we
agreement.
don't have to do
Oh,
it,
yeah,
that's
nice
good work
agreement
hours.
with,
She said she'd do it.
She
so-
did, I saw it, I know.
Nice, here it is.
That's nice,
Nice.
nice agreement.
Turn it, check for payment. Nice, eh?
I know I said this before.
Bill
we say
sign it or
that,
I sign it? We're authorizing Phil to sign it, correct?
Yes, we are. That's
Yeah.
my understanding. His name's on the
Right.
signature page.
You got the letter.
I move we authorize Phil Grayson to sign the contract with NYSEG.
Okay, I'll second that.
Yeah. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So
Wish we could get that changed to
You know,
municipal.
as part of our Chesapeake Bay project, we're gonna switch to natural gas instead of heating oil out there. So
Okay,
this will be the line.
Okay.
okay.
All right, we got some bills to pay for the last
I move we pay, do you need them individually, Anthony, because there's 4 different sections?
9A, 9B, 9.
I move we authorize Anthony to pay all the bills documented in 9, 9A, 9B, and 9C.
I'll second that.
Actually, I guess there's 2 9s, one
I don't think
9A and
there's a
one
C.
9B.
I don't see a C.
Who?
Should be.
Should be C.
Janet's
should be
already.
C.
No, it's not. I assumed it was C. It's not. It's on the
Yeah,
second
not
page.
there.
There's another 9. But they've all got separate dates.
Okay, there is a 9C, just, I don't have it.
June 28th.
Okay, so pay the bills
26.
for 9, 9A, 9B, and 9C. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Resolutions.
Jeez, Anthony,
I know.
All right, we got a
Holy
bunch.
cow.
We got a bunch.
First one, I didn't write a resolution, we just need to accept the
The
audit of
audit.
the court. So I just need a, just a resolution, accepting the independent court audit. And I forwarded into the comptroller's office with the resolution. So I just need to be resolved that the village board of trustees will accept the audit from Swiner and Company for 2014 and 15 for the village court.
I make a motion, accept the resolution that Anthony
As
just said.
stated.
As stated, yeah.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Roll call.
No, roll call vote. Dave?
Aye.
Eileen?
Aye.
Larry?
Aye.
Sure.
Aye.
Okay. These saggy pants.
That one, I think we're holding that one over. That shouldn't have been a resolution thing.
Yeah,
That
that's
one
what-
was,
that's
Just a
what
review
I-
and then,
That's supposed to be just a review.
All right, review.
Okay.
okay.
That was a review, because I think we liked that one that John had better. So we gotta get with Charlie on that.
Again, for, the one I had was from Wildwood.
Yeah.
And, spoke briefly with the mayor, and he said it was, he said it was working, and, I mean, is it working when you don't see it? I guess that's working, and, I will tell you one thing. If you go up on Northside Park, there's a sign as you enter, and it says that there is no pants allowed under the belt line. I made up the wording of that sign, and I put that in there. I know none of you probably saw it, but it's been there for,
Price Chopper needs one.
but if you go to the Northside Park and
Gotta
ride the
love
carousel and merry-go-round, whatever you want to call it, they're right within the wording as to what's allowed and what's not allowed.
Yep.
Pants below the belt line or not.
Well, you know how they have
That
the.
happening.
So it's sort of like dancing or something where you're,
Okay.
if you want a reason to approach somebody, there is a wording in allowable, they're not gonna, I mean, it is there. It's not a law, it's just that you can address it.
With the, what we were talking about with that is it also gives the police another avenue to stop to these
Stop
people
somebody.
and get some information from them.
Can
But the
pull
other
up
thing
the
is, you know how the stores that say no shirt, no shoes, no service?
No service.
They should say no shoes, no shirt, and showing your underwear, no service, especially when you get the belt underneath the butt cheeks.
Although, my jeans have one of the loops
But
missing.
you know what?
And once in a while, I gotta pull my pants up a couple times, so I just wanna let
We
you
should
know.
remind the chief of what we just did to him.
But think about how chiropractically disabled they're gonna be in another 20 years for walking like that.
I don't know, it would
That
take
cannot
20
be
years.
good for you. It's not good for you to be,
So we're gonna take this up as a health matter?
as a health issue. Why not? Why not? We're doing lead, we're doing, yeah, it's a slippery slope.
All right.
Agreed. Okay.
You may wanna
Endicott
take a
sewer.
picture of that, that's your.
Of yours?
No, yeah, the one up on the park. Endicott sewer.
Well, Anthony showed me one that we liked.
Oh, yeah.
I make a motion to accept resolution 16-14 Endicott sewer.
They're gonna change now, because that one was only supposed to be for review, not put on there as a resolution. So they're all
You're
gonna
gonna bump
change
them all
now.
up?
You gotta all
Aye.
bump them all up.
Aye, okay,
Okay.
okay.
I'm sorry, say that again, I bumped, so 14 is not.
Now gonna be 13,
Oh my gosh.
and so on.
Yeah, because
Okay.
13 is out.
Okay,
right
got
now.
it.
I mean, it's not out, it's just
Gotcha.
not being dealt with. So if you want to act on,
Okay.
although if we hold it over, it still could be 13.
Yeah,
About that.
It'd be
It's not really
easy,
res-
it'd be
it's not really
easy
written
to.
in
All right,
Yeah.
then
Be easy
16,
just to
14 is
reenact it.
13.
Okay,
Okay.
14 is 13.
Could I get some explanation on this?
Which one?
The one we're on, Endicott Sewer,
Endicott
with
Sewer?
Cook County?
You want me to read it, or you want to know
No,
what it is?
I just, let's get down to further resolve payments here above authorized shall be made from budget line. We're
So they
just
built
looking-
that new sewer system from where our current one ended on
Right,
Farmington Market
right.
up to the landfill. And they're gonna be, discharging into our system from there. There's 6 new pump stations from where it starts on Farmington Market up to the landfill. And they want us to basically maintain those pump stations, preventative maintenance and stuff like that. So we said, we'll do it, because our department goes on the well run every day and, check all the pump stations. So that'll be included in their run now. And they're gonna pay us a fee.
$25,000.
To just do preventative maintenance on those pump stations. Now, if there's an issue, if there's a, repair that needs to be done, we'll go in and check it out. If it's something that's above what we can do, we call Broome County, and they have individuals that work at the county, or they have a contracted firm that they'll call in to do the actual repairs.
At whose cost?
At their cost.
Theirs.
Yeah.
Okay, my question actually is, we don't have to have anything in this line, budget line?
No, well, it will come as an income.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, I point out a spelling error on the final page, further resolved that the mayor or her duly approved authorized.
I saw that
What?
too, or
You
his
see it?
duly
Further
authorized.
resolved that the mayor or
Well, it's
her
coming from the
duly-
county,
bottom
so-
paragraph.
Yeah.
Or her.
Yeah.
His.
Wow, I got called old.
Eileen, I thought you were running for the town, not for mayor.
I didn't realize that we've had a,
I'm an old woman now.
we've had
That's
a
right.
change. Okay, thank you.
Honest to God.
I
Okay,
will second her resolution.
Okay,
for
thank you.
acceptance.
Thank you.
okay, resolution roll call. Dave,
Aye.
Eileen,
Aye.
Larry,
Aye.
Cheryl.
Aye.
All right.
That's 13.
Town enforcement.
14 is now 15
Right.
is now 14.
So we
So
got
this
bond.
is part of the emails I had sent last week.
Right,
There's actually 4 separate resolutions instead of.
I saw that you did them separately.
Yeah.
And I saw your explanations of why it was an SUV.
Yeah.
I talked to the chief about the SUV, and he seems that the getting access to whatever is stored there is better, correct? Right now, they store certain things in the trunk.
The Tahoe is a better vehicle, it lasts longer, it holds up better, it gives us 4-wheel drive to get up on the north side, and it can better hold all of our equipment and things like that. They don't make some of when we're talking about the cars that we're having right now, they're too tight. Guys can't easily get in and out of them. You risk injury more. In general, the Tahoes are better police vehicles when you do surveys among police departments.
Is the K9, is that gonna be one of them?
No, actually, if we were gonna go to K9 or to an additional K9 in the future, we would go back to one of the Crown Victorias and retrofit that for a K9.
All right, so the bond resolution.
I make a motion to accept the bond resolution R 16-14 for the purchase of patrol SUV.
I'll second that.
Oh, so we have a resolution, bond resolution. Dave?
Aye.
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 Okay. Okay, now what's this, is this your neighbor, Dave? What is this?
Which one, my neighbor?
Code enforcement, 504 Mountain View.
Yep, that's my neighbor too. His house is, their house is falling apart.
Oh, yeah.
It's now starting to
Chip.
lean downhill towards other neighbor.
Why are we bringing this up in the here? Isn't this a code? Why isn't it just sent over to code and have them deal with it? Why are we dealing with it here?
I can't answer that question.
All right.
We did. We did. 13, 14.
Yeah, we just did,
Let's see, I got an old sheet here, I don't,
we just did the patrol.
I'm
car.
sorry, see, I don't have those on mine, I don't know.
Oh.
All right.
You got
Okay,
the
well-
sidewalks?
I have
Say, wait a minute,
improvements of
where's
All right,
the
all right, I'm
sidewalks
sorry.
next.
Somebody,
There's so many different agendas.
why did they just wait till the last minute, submit things? I know they want you to review it, but. All right, so we got
To review.
16.
So we got, this is going to be 15. It's for the improvement to the curb and sidewalks, the bond, 125,000 bond.
Right. I read that.
So Maureen would have liked to hear that.
I'll second that, Cheryl.
Put it back in.
All those in favor? Or we got to do
Roll call.
resolution? Dave?
Aye.
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 Okay, purchase of various trucks and heavy equipment. In the amount of-
This is part of the capital equipment line, right?
Yes.
Yeah, these were actually,
This is now 16.
already purchased last year. They've come in, so we're just
So this is to
paying
pay
it
it.
off now. This and the police vehicle ordered last year, that should be in within a month, hopefully. We haven't received that yet.
I like the idea of not paying for things until we actually see them.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I'll make a motion for resolution
Second.
16-16, purchase of various trucks and heavy equipment, $277,000.
I'll still second it.
Yay.
Dave?
Aye.
Aye.
Lee? Larry?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. So now, we're to 18.
Yep, no, now it's gonna be 17.
So 18 is now 17.
16.
Purchase and installation of water meters.
This is ongoing of the program that they've been carrying
Yes.
on, correct?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
This is the pilot, kind of pilot program I started this year, 1,000, doing 1,000 of them.
Yep.
Right. I saw them doing my neighbors. Very
Make a
nice.
motion, we accept R 16-17, purchase of installation of water meters.
Second.
Okay, Dave?
Aye.
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 So we're purchasing 1,000 and Ted gave us a statistic of 45, Ted?
45.
45, Endicott.
That's Endicott.
We do water for the whole
Yeah.
town.
Yeah.
Right.
The total number of
Is this-
meters that need to be replaced is over 13,000.
Yeah. But I mean, are we starting in Endicott or where are we starting?
West
Yeah,
Endicott.
West Endicott.
West Endicott. okay.
Endicott was.
All right. Okay, we're all set there. You don't have to answer, I don't know why it's on the agenda, Mountain View, I don't know what.
Yeah, I didn't know, I guess because it was on before, she put
And
it.
so she put it on as
we,
unfinished, because it was nothing
tabled it,
done,
yeah,
we
it's
tabled
for-
it.
All right, well,
I mean, there's steps that have to go through normally for code to do its work about property condemnation kind of thing. That's sort of accounting and all kinds of steps that have to be followed legally. Yeah, so I don't know why that's on there.
okay, well, we'll kind of see.
We'll hold it then.
One of these days, we're gonna get a new tape recorder, I know that, but this.
One day.
Isn't that what that is, a tape recorder?
player for the carousel.
Same time we get a new PA.
I might bring my, them tapes I never
They didn't
used.
like me singing my
They're outdated.
songs at Halloween.
All right, new business? None?
Nah.
Well, one thing I wanted to raise is, Mr. Barton got in touch with me, the environmentalist question about the line coming from Vestal. Where
Yes.
we're gonna buy water.
Yes.
And he's gonna set up a meeting to see how much we have to pay Vestal for the water. I don't know which one
Nice.
of you board members is gonna go.
You're on the water board? And Ted, you're on the water board, right?
Yeah.
So you wanna be at that too, to say we
Do
should?
you know the date yet?
No, Barton was gonna try to set up a date with a bunch of us to,
You just need one water board there?
well, whatever. You're the muscle, aren't you, on the water board?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Attaboy, Ted. Woo, woo.
And the
When
other
Ted
thing-
speaks,
Yeah,
you
let me-
listen.
no,
Dave,
and I'll go
Dave's
too.
gonna go to the guaranteed to go, right, you're gonna be in town on the September 14th?
I'll make sure I am.
Okay.
Okay.
And the other thing on the installation of the water meters, I got a letter from the town attorney who now is going to represent Chase Summit, which seems to be a conflict, that they had put in a foundation which is not large enough to take the new meter. And,
Is Chase Summit Tony Fiala's new?
well,
No.
project.
Oh, no.
there.
It's on Glendale Drive.
Right, that's what I thought.
Those nice gray ones.
Didn't
Right,
it used to
got
be
it.
called the Muse?
Yes.
Okay.
It's right across the street from
Right,
the,
got it.
But it
from
seems
the
to me
tennis
that,
courts.
maybe I'm the only one, it seems to me that it's a conflict for the town union attorney who has the water lines from here in the sewer going to the town and service them, to represent somebody fighting against us that they don't have to put the water meter in because it's the wrong size.
That would be a similar complaint to the one that you had about the town attorney representing the developer, I'm sorry,
Huron.
the Huron operation in terms of,
Well, I think this is different because we service the town of Union people, and if we have to hire outside lawyer to pay a lot of money to fight it, Ted's gonna up the water rates for the people who are in the town and not only the village. So it seems to me it's a conflict for the town attorney to be representing somebody against
I would think so.
Against himself.
So,
himself.
are you gonna file a motion somewhere?
Well, I'm gonna have a first meeting, but yes, I will, I'll go to the proper judge. To me, it's clearly a conflict, that you can't be on both sides of the issue.
There's a lot of
Notwithstanding
conflict
the
of
fact that he
interest in
sees
the
that
town
as a
union.
good client.
where is the meeting on the 14th?
UE. Starts at 5 p.m.
Write it down, dude.
I already put it in here.
I have it written down, Larry. I got it. Okay,
All right.
got it. Thank you.
On
To
the,
Charlie for pointing that out.
The 13th, I'm not sure how long I'm gonna be there, but I have to go to Albany.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So maybe you might be very busy the 13th and the 14th.
I could go.
Excuse me, you said at UE, is that gonna be at the administrative building or the high school?
The high school,
High school?
Where at the in the high school?
probably the auditorium.
I would have guessed it's in the auditorium.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That's the biggest meeting room.
yeah,
Nice meeting.
okay.
Okay. All right. So that's a new business. And the second hearing of visitors.
William Houston, I live in the village. I still live in the village, I should say. So just two questions. This water line coming from Vestal, that's going to go to the sewer plant?
It's an old water line that we used to, you want me to answer? or-
Yeah.
No, sorry. It's an old water line that we used to feed Vestal.
That's right.
It's right, it goes kind of, almost right under the bridge.
Right next to the
By the
boys
boys
club.
club.
So we used to supply water to Vestal.
Mhm.
The line was shut off years ago, and it's been vacant. We've looked for other sources of water throughout the village, as far as like, drilling wells and see what else there was. We ended up looking at this line again. We had a pressure tester, we had some engineers come in, and what we decided to do was basically put new pumps in, turn them around, and we're gonna be able to take water from Vestal and feed our system that way, so.
So that's going to come to like the Water Street well, right?
Yeah,
By the high school?
Water department, yeah.
Okay, I got you.
But
All
it's
right.
just pumped in Vestal, shipped through the lines and comes here now.
You mentioned it was Phil Grayson, that's why I was thinking it had something to do with the sewer.
Phil and I and a couple
Yes.
other people here at the village are on the committee that's going through the process to do this. and
Okay.
working
Subsequent
with
to the flood.
state representatives on it.
It's necessary between the communities
Gotcha.
to provide water.
And then the other question that I had was this line that's coming from the airport, I keep hearing that it's is it really a sanitary sewer? So
Yeah,
It's from
it's
Broome County.
leachate from the landfill, it's a
That's-
leachate pipeline.
From Broome County land.
Yeah, if you go
Gotcha.
up there, you can see where they
Correct.
dug up.
I know, I was up there, I was up there back in September and they were building it.
That was a proposal many, many years ago, right,
Mhm.
Charlie, when we were there? The water and sewer line, I believe they put the water in at one time, but not the sewer because of the cost factor. And now they're, after 20 years or something like that, they're back.
But I thought that the original proposal was to go down Airport Road and take it to the Binghamton, the Tri-City plant.
Oh, they went,
You're talking about the joint Binghamton Johnson City
Yeah.
thing?
Yes.
They don't,
Comes to Endicott.
and the Broome County would rather have it come to our facility.
and farm, they
We
they had to
contract, they
take farm to
contracted with
market
us.
road.
So the 50,000 gallons per day that's being trucked into I-3 right now is going to begin going via that pipeline directly to the village.
Phil Grayson's wastewater treatment
To Phil
plant.
Grayson's plant.
And he's
He
made
has-
upgrades to accommodate that.
Yes.
It's pre-treated, it's pre-treated at the landfill.
Right.
Pre-treated there, tested, and then sent through the
Okay.
line.
And he's gone through all the tests and analysis, and he's comfortable with it. It's not gonna be a problem for us to handle it.
Okay, all right. That's all
Both
I-
in terms of what's in it and volume.
Okay, yeah, my main concern is with that reverse osmosis concentrate coming from Seneca Meadows, which is 10 times worse. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks, Bill.
Anyone else?
Paying attention, good.
I had another topic I forgot to talk about. The Chugnut Trail, everybody know what that is?
Yeah.
Michael Haas emailed me today. They're gonna put 2 signs on on each end of the Chugnut at the Boys Club and at the bridge. They're big 10-foot tall, they're called Two Rivers
Two
Greenway
Rivers.
signs.
Yeah.
So they need to know this by Thursday. They want to put a set of rules down at the bottom on the sign. And they sent me what Vestal is putting on their signs. But I don't think I should be the one that decides that. But what Vestal has is they open half hour before sun, or it opens half hour before sunset, closes half hour after sundown, half hour before sunrise, closes half hour after sundown. It's a carry-in, carry-out recreation area. So you take everything out that you bring in. It names the things you can do: walking, jogging, skateboarding, bikes, wagons, strollers. And for pets, you have to keep them on a leash and clean up after them. Those were the rules that Vestal was putting on the rail trail.
Those are excellent rules.
But the question is, should I say okay to them, or do you want to add more to them, or what do you want to do?
By
I think
Thursday?
We had talked about that before, and we
Yeah.
said that we wanted to keep everything consistent.
That's right.
And, when,
Vestal.
no,
This guy over
Frank,
here.
sorry, Frank. When Frank was here, that was, I'm sorry.
I know what you
Oh,
meant.
Frank Chugnut.
Yeah. And when he left, we said that we would just keep everything consistent with,
Yeah.
with Vestal, even when he was first bringing the
Mhm.
signs. Because they wanted to keep the look consistent and everything, all the rules and regulations and the wording consistent.
Through the county.
Through the
That's right.
county, because they're doing the
Mhm.
same thing, it's the same thing up in Owego as well.
The one thing I added that they didn't have was no motorized vehicles.
I think that's.
Well, they got them skateboards now that are pretty motorized.
So,
Oh,
do you want
I
them
never
or
thought
not?
of that.
Yeah, I mean, I saw them going up Old Bell Avenue, going up an incline.
That sounds good.
I don't know,
Let's add that.
motor.
So, we want them to.
We should add that and also have him notify Vestal about that too, because they probably didn't think of that either.
Who generated these rules?
But this is what
Vestal.
Vestal is gonna put on there, they're getting the same signs. on
Yeah,
the
but
sign.
who in Vestal is the one that's putting this
Probably,
together?
I forget his name, head of the guy that did the coal, that moved the coal building,
Okay.
the head of parks. He's probably the one that did it.
Can we okay that? I mean.
I know, we should see it, I mean,
Yeah,
I don't-
I agree, we should see
Yeah, but
it.
they want it by Thursday.
Want me to email you what, the wording that they, I took their wording and reworded it a little better, I can email you that and see what you think.
Sure.
Okay. Send it to Barb, VOE Mayor. Okay, VOE Mayor at EndicottNY.com.
Can you get an answer by 2 days?
Yes, because
Yep.
what she does is she'll email us, and we'll email her right back.
Yep.
Okay.
you know, yeah, I'm sure we can, but I mean, I don't know why Haas didn't write us.
I don't either.
We,
What
they
about-
originally They originally agreed to consistency between the two.
That's what we talked about when
So-
Frank
Yeah,
was
is that
on it.
consistent with Broome County? I don't know. I don't know. Is it?
You don't have to. We can make our own rules. They can all be different.
No, I mean, the board wanted to be consistent, but is this consistent with Vestal or consistent with Broome County, consistent with Owego? I don't know.
We could use the Hillary Clinton definition of consistent and change whatever we want.
Well, every municipality is gonna
Dave's
have-
not for Hillary Clinton.
Really? I find that surprising.
You're announcing that?
Oh my
You're
God.
announcing that?
Well, it's now officially part of the record, yes.
Well, that's right. Consistent, maybe Binghamton's got, they're gonna get signs too.
We
Maybe
could
they-
say that Trump would put a wall there, so you couldn't go on the trail.
Right, there you go.
There you go.
Put a wall, and Hillary would make up a story about it.
So the question is, this thing you brought up, the motorized skateboard, whatever it is.
I would include
Hoverboard.
that.
Hover, is it hoverboards?
I have no idea.
Hoverboards?
Yeah, but that's just,
Hoverboard, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
They catch on fire.
No, that's not what
You're
it's
you're talking
called,
about
is
those two-wheeled things that.
Why don't you put that sign in outside front of the hands below the wheels?
really,
on the
how,
side?
You could name that as one of the things that's permitted, and then other motorized vehicles is not permitted, other than that.
well,
Dewey's
can we
got
just
a-
put no
Dewey's got a good,
motorized, no
On their
motorized vehicles?
facilities, they got a good set of rules.
Who?
Yeah, like,
Union Endicott, for, which is allowed on their facilities, which would be almost connected, I mean, you know, the Chugna back in UE, but I mean,
I recommend you just put no motorized vehicles,
Okay,
period.
which one of us is gonna take the to-do and get this done?
I will.
I would, yeah.
why, yeah,
Just,
just let somebody accept it.
Yeah.
Carl, and, yeah, well,
Eileen has agreed, so.
No
Just email
motorized,
to you.
Send it
no motorized
directly to
vehicles.
I'll email to everybody.
all I want is you to put in memory of Frank Flynn.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
talk about brain drain. Oh, my Lord.
Okay, thank you.
So, you
Yes,
want to
I'll
put
be,
hoverboards in or leave them out?
no, say no motorized
motorized
vehicles,
vehicles.
period.
and then we can find
That's
out
it.
what motorized means
And
later.
be half hour before sun,
Right.
half hour
That's
after is
fine.
okay?
Yeah,
Yes.
that stuff is
That's all
fine.
consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's kind of the biggest one.
I'll be looking
Skateboards are
for you
okay,
tomorrow.
Maybe for the
motorized are not.
police, I don't know.
Well, it gives the police some leniency then, just no motorized vehicles.
And no
motorized
bag
vehicles,
Yeah.
period. Means you
No,
can't bring your car, you can't
No
have a.
drinking, what about drinking?
You know,
Oh my God, don't make it
you got
complicated.
the rail
though.
trail, as a matter of fact, the Chugna was mentioned in a list of 10 local trails that you could walk on, and Aquaterra,
That's why the extension is really good,
and
but.
Chugna was one of them, was like number 8. So it is recognized by
Mhm.
others.
That's why we're trying
Well,
to complete it from Endicott over to
You're right about that, I
Glendale.
think we should put that in there too, because the only other thing is I'm surprised that they didn't put that, but then again, it's also, local law
Newer.
with State Park, is any type of park, there is no alcoholic beverages.
Drinking and drugs?
I don't think that's
No.
necessary to put in there.
No.
But, I
Drug
mean,
is
that
okay.
falls under the local code.
Well, you'll have to address that with the chief.
The question was always, who's gonna enforce these?
Right.
Right,
That was always the question,
right,
because, you know, you got a strip of land,
right.
who knows what goes on there, it's right back in the high school, you know, and it's like, are we supposed to send somebody down there, or are we have, you know, is a car able to drive down the strip? I don't know.
No.
No.
So, I mean, how do we enforce the middle of the walk?
That's why I don't really think you should
I'll call
get
that,
too awfully technical on
The
it.
parks guy in Vestal and see if, I'll mention motorized vehicles and drinking and drugs.
No, stay away from the drinking and.
Yeah, no, just.
Yeah, you don't,
Again,
Motorized
That's
vehicle.
covered under code.
alcohol and.
You don't put it's a free
Go
zone.
read
'cause people
Dewey's,
think
go read
it's just
Dewey's
afraid of the
rules.
drugs, right?
Because I remember when I was on the school board, we helped all write that, as to what we would allow and what we wouldn't allow.
It might be an interesting question to give the chief, that if he can make a call over to Vestal and see if they handle any kind of problems on.
The rail trail?
On the rail trail, what they do over there, I don't know. Do they have a patrol on a bike or something?
Certainly we
that
could put the
occasionally
bike
goes over
patrol there, but I mean,
Just, I'm fishing here.
Okay.
This is why-
I'll
By
look
the
forward
way,
to your email tomorrow.
County Union applied for, I think they might have got it already, $80,000 for a study to extend the trail.
Yes, the RFPs are out on
Did they get it already?
Not yet.
80,000 to do a study.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, Ted.
All right.
I think
Okay,
we got
thank you.
some
Thank you, Ted.
motivation. Anyone else?
So your contact is?
If not, we'll close the second hearing. Visitors, no executive session? We do?
Yeah.
Well, we got an executive session.